it's got quiet and we've done, I don't know, 20 minutes already. It was a long wait. Now I found out I got a place in this race in January, and you know, tick down the months, and then I started ticking down the weeks, and then the days, and then the hours, and that final hour we had to gather in a field just near the start passed very, very slowly, and I was kind of not really feeling it, despite the way they try and ramp you up at the start. But actually the emotion when you cross that line and you start is amazing. Yeah, really amazing. The noise when you start. I mean, I've done a lot of events, and that was definitely one of the best starts I've ever had in terms of support from the crowd. And now I'm just hanging at the back of this group. There's no need to go at the front. I'd much rather be the person who's behind and then catches up later. There's no rush. It's 8k to Les Ouches. This is effectively the warm-up on a flat little section, although we're going uphill now. And the forecast is good, really about as good as it could get for the UTMB. Temperatures are not too high. There's no storms or rain forecast. The only real issue will be at the nights, and the nights will probably be close to zero on the higher passes, and the winds are going to be quite high. They've been blowing up every day, so wind chill will probably take it down to zero or even below zero. So you know, they've given us a cold weather warning, compulsory third layer, and yeah, I'll definitely be putting it on well in advance of going over the top above Les Contamines. That's the end of the first climb, more or less. I've got 930 metres on my watch. Slightly slower than I'd anticipated, but only like 10-15 minutes. And what amazes me though is I've been overtaken by people from the wave behind from as early as an hour and 3/4 into the race. So those guys taking half an hour out of my time, an hour and 3/4. You know, that's nothing to do with me. I've got my own race plan, but you know, that's going pretty fast, I think. But you know, each to their own, and you know, one hill down, 8 to go. Saint-Gervais took me a bit longer than I needed, wanted, planned, but a lot of people going very fast on the descent. You know, we're only like a 9th, 10th, whatever it is of the way through, so there's no need to bust my balls, you know, at this stage. And I'm better going up. I've really never been a fan of downhills. This is Les Contamines, and it is complete chaos here. There's it's far too crowded, no idea which way to go, signposting is really bad, but anyway, I'm out now, so I'm about half an hour off my original schedule, which isn't too bad. And now we're effectively, you know, we are in the 9th section. It's I've been going for 5 hours, and it is 10:40, and the next stop will be Col de la Barbe. And you know, this is like the wilderness section, and I make sure I grab some food there. I've got water. Yeah, that stage between the Saint-Gervais and Contamines is pretty straightforward by UTMB standards. And then we've got a long drag now up to Croix de Bonhomme, I think it's called. So let's give that a go. Refuge de la Barbe. About 20% of the way, no, 25% of the vertical. 22% of the distance, but only about 12, 13, 14% of the time, based on what I think is going to happen. And just going to go, I've put an extra layer on, I've got my thicker gloves, I've got a hat as well, because I'm going to go all the way through to Chapieux now, over the Croix de Bonhomme, pretty high, and I reckon it's going to be windy up there. It's a clear night. It could be below freezing with wind chill, so we'll see what it's like. Otherwise, you know, it's going alright. I'm drinking about 200 millilitres an hour, so I've got another 500 should see me through to there. Plus, I know up there's streams that you can fill up from as well. So, you know, it's going alright. Come out. There's just a long line of lights all the way up that valley. Meters might be the second highest pass on the course. That's actually the third climb, and I would say probably the easiest. It's a wide path, not particularly steep, and not very technical. And now it's down to Lac Combal. Sun just coming up over there. Yeah, I mean, it's all the UTMB, but I realise now that when I did my recce, I got the route from Col de la Seine down to Lac Combal completely wrong. And it's the easiest way down on day 2. Just coming into Lac Combal. It's 7:43 in the morning. 14 hours and a bit. Sun's up. It's going to be a beautiful day today, probably quite hot going up from Courmayeur. A bit behind the sort of schedule I had in mind, but not significantly so. From Courmayeur, down there, really nice. Met the family down there, hung around for too long really, probably 45 minutes, but it was really nice. Just sat on a chair in the shade and had a few snacks. This is a very steep climb and it's hot. I think only mad dogs, Englishmen and trail runners go out in the midday sun. Through Refuge Bertone. Now I'm trying to do a bit of an ultra shuffle on this runnable bit. There's a Mont Blanc tunnel entrance down there. And that was Arnuva. I seem to have gained a bit of time relative to my original kind of planned schedule, which is good. Which is good. And now we've got Grand Col Ferrat, which is a big climb and the highest point on the course. Just gone over Grand Col Ferrat, the highest point on the course. Very cold, really strong wind up there, and I would say it's probably, you know, with wind chill, kind of like 2 degrees. So I didn't hang around there, even though it's a nice view. And now we're on our way down to La Foulée, which, if I recall correctly, is a runnable section. Not quite sure I feel like running at all, but we'll give it a go.
Vallocine about 10 minutes ago, which is, well, I suppose it's the final big A station. That was about, well, 7 this morning. The night went really well. From Champy to Trient, it's a horrible climb coming out of Champy. It's so long and so steep, but there were quite a few of us and we kind of did it in convoy, if that makes sense. I did have a bit of a problem between just coming down into Trient, because a battery on my head torch ran out, and the other head torch, my backup head torch, this isn't powerful enough. Lesson there, I just went for the saving weight option, not really thinking that I'd need it, but you know, with 2 nights, even with a little bit of recharging, that's a lot of battery. But you know, felt strong last night. Climbed there, climbed Vallocine, was good as well. You know, never felt like I needed a sleep at all. You know, I've been feeding myself. I've had a lot of gels. Could probably go months without having a gel again. But you know, mainly gels, cheese sandwiches that Pip has made, white cheese, no, white bread, slimly sized cheese. I find them really easy to digest. The soup the UTMB hand out with extra salt. I've had extra salt with everything. Yeah, and it's just gone really well. So up to Col de Monte now, and then up to Flégère, and then down to Chamonix. Weird when you're doing a race like this and you know, you think, oh, I've only got 5 hours to go. I think it's 18 kilometers, might be 5.5 it'll take me, but it is almost finished and I'm pretty confident that I'll do that now, which is good. Almost finished the last climb, Flégère is almost in sight. I'm feeling really strong. I have no idea why. I feel as strong as if I started this fresh. Not that I've done 150 kilometers as a warm-up. The chap in front of me is doing some race pace setting. We've overtaken 30 people so far. What a place though. It's such a privilege to be able to do this race and to be here. It really is. Such a privilege. Over 10,000 metres of vertical in the last 40 hours or so. And this is the last, what would you say, 5, maybe 3, 2, 1, as we come up to Flégère. And then a downhill, and that's it. Pretty cruel, making us go up and down some steps on a bridge. I started this journey 5 years ago, at least. And it took me 3 attempts to get into this race. And I never really knew, never really thought I could do it. I'm about to finish.